Right. But what we need to talk to Merce about now is what happened at the Emirates today.
Arsenal were once again at the centre of a storm that threatens to shake English football to its core after being controversially handed 3 goals and 3 points in a Premier League clash marred by what has already been dubbed one of the most scandalous VAR robberies in recent memory. The Gunners walked away with victory, but the fallout has been far bigger than the 3 points on the table, sparking fury from fans, outrage from pundits, and demands for reform across the footballing world. The match itself was fiercely contested, the kind of encounter that showcased the intensity of the Premier League. Both sides fought for dominance, and for long spells, it seemed destined to end in a draw. That was until VAR intervened in ways that defied logic, left supporters dumbfounded, and turned the fixture on its head. The controversy began midway through the second half when Arsenal's first goal was allowed to stand despite glaring evidence of offside. The forward clearly appeared to be beyond the last defender when the ball was played, yet VAR lines drawn on the broadcast screen suggested otherwise. Fans inside the stadium and those watching from home erupted in disbelief. Social media platforms lit up with freeze frames and slow-motion replays proving that the goal should never have counted. Rival players surrounded the referee, pointing to the big screen, but their protests were waved away. Arsenal were given the benefit of the doubt, and the scoreline shifted in their favour. As tempers boiled, the opposition mounted a fight back, only to be dealt another blow minutes later. Arsenal were awarded a penalty for what many described as a phantom foul in the box. A slight brush of contact, the kind seen dozens of times in every match, was exaggerated, and the referee pointed to the spot. VAR, instead of urging a second look at the incident, confirmed the decision. The penalty was converted with ease, doubling Arsenal's tally and leaving the opposition feeling utterly betrayed. If that wasn't enough, the climax of the match brought with it the most damning moment of all. In the dying minutes, Arsenal scored a third goal, but replays showed the ball had struck the arm of the player in the build-up. Clear as daylight, the handball was visible from multiple angles, yet somehow VAR did not intervene. The goal stood, the referee blew for full time shortly after, and Arsenal had 3 goals and 3 points, each one shrouded in controversy. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Fans of the opposition booed furiously as their players remonstrated with the officials. Post-match interviews painted a picture of utter despair. The manager described it as a disgrace to the game and accused the officials of handing Arsenal the match on a silver platter. Players echoed those sentiments, some claiming it felt like they were playing against more than 11 men. Pundits in television studios across the country wasted no time in tearing into the officials. Former players like Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher and Ian Wright debated heatedly, with even Wright, an Arsenal legend, admitting that his beloved club had been fortunate. "This isn't football justice," he said. "You can't look at those decisions and say Arsenal truly earned this result. Something has gone badly wrong." On social media, the phrase VAR robbery trended worldwide within minutes of the final whistle. Memes, angry posts, and clips of the controversial decisions spread like wildfire. Fans from other clubs joined in, insisting the Premier League had reached a breaking point with VAR. Supporters called for petitions, some demanded replays, and others even suggested boycotts until fairness could be guaranteed. The credibility of VAR, already fragile, took another massive hit. Introduced with the promise of eliminating clear and obvious errors, the technology has instead become the focal point of chaos and distrust. In this match, it appeared not only to have failed but to have actively created injustice. The wider implications for the league cannot be ignored. Arsenal's 3 points could play a massive role in the title race. Rivals chasing the same crown now argue that the competition has been unfairly tilted. For teams fighting relegation, the idea that a single game could be swung so drastically by errors at the highest level is equally troubling. Football's lawmakers and the Premier League are now under immense pressure. Calls for transparency have grown louder, with pundits and fans demanding that the audio of conversations between referees and VAR officials be made public. Some have gone further, arguing that the entire system should be suspended until it can be fixed. You can't keep hiding behind technology when the human use of it is this incompetent, said one prominent pundit. Even neutral fans, those with no allegiance to either side, voiced concern that matches were becoming less about the players on the pitch and more about decisions in a control room miles away. For many, the joy of football lies in its unpredictability, but there is a difference between drama created by players and drama created by blunders. Inside Arsenal's camp, the mood was understandably more subdued. While the official line celebrated the victory, reports suggested that even some players privately admitted they had been fortunate. The manager's post-match comments were careful, insisting that we can only play the game in front of us, but his words did little to quiet the storm. The truth is, this match will be remembered less for the goals scored and more for the way they were awarded. Arsenal's name is etched into the result, but the legacy of this fixture belongs to VAR and its failure. The Gunners may move forward in the table, but the controversy will shadow them in weeks to come. For their opponents, it was heartbreak. For football, it was another chapter in the ongoing VAR saga, one that seems to be eroding trust in the game with each passing week. And for the Premier League, it was a stark reminder that technology, without accountability and consistency, risks destroying the very essence of competition. As the dust settles, one question looms large: how many more VAR robberies will it take before the system is truly reformed? Until then, Arsenal's controversial 3 goals and 3 points will stand as a bitter symbol of a broken process.